So, do you have any idea what to expect in your first 30 days on a GLP-1 drug? These things play a major role in how you feel, what your hunger is like, your energy levels, so many things. And if you don't know what to expect, it can make it really discouraging to stay on the medication. I'm Dr. Travis Owens. I'm a sports medicine doc and a CrossFit coach. And today we're going to go over what you should expect in the first 30 days to keep you motivated, to set a plan, and to help you reach your goals. Now, as a quick disclaimer, remember, I'm not your doctor. This is not medical advice. This is purely for education. And with any specific things that you want to know, it's most important that you consult with your primary care provider. So here's the plan. We're going to talk about what's actually going on, why this happens, the protocol to fix it, and red flags to be on the lookout for so that you know when it's time to talk to your doctor. So most people have this storybook plan of their first month. They're going to get on their medication, they're going to lose weight, everything's going to be great, and there's going to be no issues. But the truth is, a lot of times people do experience things in that first month that are the exact opposite. And if you're not ready for them, it can really throw off your plan. Now, in that first 30 days, you're learning all of the changes that are happening and you're establishing a new routine to help you reach your goals. So here's what I would recommend. So the first thing to expect is an appetite change, not a life transformation. Next, plan to eat smaller meals and to eat slower to match the delayed digestion that your body is going to be experiencing. Probably the most important thing you need to do is hydrate early and hydrate often. When we're losing this weight, it's very easy for our body to get dehydrated. Also, make sure to stay consistent with your exercise routine. And if you're not already on one, start one. This is not a fix all for weight loss. We still have to eat and eat healthy, and we still need to get physical activity. And lastly is track your meals and make adjustments based on how you're feeling. And that includes things like nausea or acid reflux if it happens to show up. Before we move on, let's talk about a real world scenario. So you start a GLP-1 medication, your appetite drops, things are going great, but your workouts start to suffer and you start to feel like crap. Most of the time, this is not a medication problem, it's a basics problem, which is why we need to start with all of the things that we talked about before. This involves things like correct portions during your meals, staying hydrated, getting enough protein, and staying on your routine. So believe it or not, the fix is usually pretty simple, but it has to be in the right order. Now, there are some common questions that come up when starting these medications. Do I have to get the dose right off the bat? No, to be honest, a lot of times what we're trying to do is start with the lowest effective dose and then increase as needed. If someone starts to experience a side effect, they ask if it's normal. A lot of times it can be. Initially, we're trying to get the right dose and the body is trying to acclimate. So, yeah, a lot of things can be normal, but what's important is to notice if things are worsening or not changing, even though your routine has been improved. Should I stop working out when I start taking these medications? Absolutely not. In fact, you should continue to stay active. Now, you may need to change the intensity of your activity as your body adjusts to these different energy levels, but stopping altogether is not a good idea. And the most important is, when should I talk to my doctor? To be honest, if that little voice is creeping into your head, it's probably time to reach out to your provider. But oftentimes, it's mostly based around when you have symptoms that show up, and regardless of what you do, they get worse or stay the same. Now, there are very common mistakes that I see when people start taking GLP-1s. First, and probably most important, is they're under eating protein because their appetite is so suppressed. If you've seen videos or pictures of people with the Ozempic body and they look saggy, a lot of that is due to muscle loss because they have sacrificed the amount of protein that they need to eat every day. Second is trying to hit PRs while you're training. Now, early on, you're going to notice energy level changes and you may notice some strength changes. So if you're going into the gym and you're trying to max effort everything every single day, there's a possibility that you're going to see some side effects from these medications. Third is waiting too long before you actually talk to a medical provider. A lot of times symptoms show up early and they're manageable. If we wait too long to talk to a provider, then we may be setting ourselves up for failure. And lastly, if you're only using the scale as feedback to the effectiveness of the medication or the dose, you're approaching this the wrong way. We need to go off how we feel, how we sleep, our performance, and the scale, not just one metric. Most importantly are the red flags that people tend to avoid. If you start vomiting or have persistent vomiting, this is something you need to seek help for. If you're getting severe abdominal pain, this can also be a problem. Remember, you're moving food through your body at a slower rate. That helps you to stay full longer. If you're getting severe pain in your abdomen, that could indicate some sort of blockage that needs to be addressed. Also, with your energy levels dropping, you may notice fainting or dizziness. If you do, these are also signs that you need to talk to your doctor. And lastly, is if any of these symptoms are getting worse week after week, even without changing the dosage, this is something you need to speak with somebody about immediately. Now, as far as working out goes, when you first start these, I would treat these medications as if you're on a sort of a deload. You want to keep your intensity and your volume moderate, not pushing to redline every workout. Once you get an idea of how your body is adapting, then it's safe to start ramping up your intensity and get back to how you were training before. So at the end of the day, this stuff only works if you approach it the right way. Remember, month one is about adaptation. Keep your meals smaller and keep your hydration high. Don't undereat protein. In fact, you probably need to increase your daily protein intake. And anytime your dosage changes, again, allow yourself to adapt for a couple of days. If you want to know if your approach is truly working, it's very easy to track some important metrics. Track your consistency with your workouts, your hydration, your food intake, mostly protein. You'll know very quickly whether your plan is working or not. I'm excited for your journey, and I hope this helps with understanding what to expect in your first 30 days. Check out our other GLP-1 educational videos, and we'll catch you on the next one.